Hello friends, how are you? I hope that you're all doing very well. Welcome to my channel. I have here already the spread for what we are going to be talking today. We're going to be talking about the United States in October of 2021, of 2021. And I have already done this video in Spanish, that's why I have here all the cards already. So I'm going to tell you a little bit how it works in my channel. First, I go over the meanings of the cards by themselves, and then I explain what they mean in the context of a reading, okay? So let's start already with the first card. Here we have the Ten of Wands. This card is in the position of the rising sign. That is basically how the United States is going to be seen from abroad. And other countries are going to perceive that the United States is working hard. As you can see, this guy has a load of wands and he's carrying them. It's very heavy. And he's going to be working to achieve something. So from abroad, people see the United States as working hard to advance. The second card represents economy of regular people. And we have the Page of Cups. I have here two additional cards that I have selected from this other tarot deck, that is the Röhrig tarot, or Röhrig tarot. And the Page of Cups symbolizes news. Pages are news, cups are emotions, so it's news that come to us related to emotions. So I believe that people are going to be feeling content, like they're going to hear messages that are going to make them be happy or at least content with what they have. Is it because they have more money? No, not really. It's just there's going to be a better atmosphere. So I got two additional cards to kind of explain this further, and we got the Three of Swords and the Magician. The Three of Swords is, it says here doubts. It's normally a card associated with sorrow, with disappointment. And the Magician is a card associated with the ability to manipulate everything and to make it be as you like it. And I think that that's what's going to happen. People are going to be manipulated by their governments, local governments, federal governments, state governments, to be happier, to perceive that things are going better. Is it because they're really going better? We'll see that not necessarily. The next card. This is related to the atmosphere of communications, like how people relate to each other within the country, okay? And also it has to do with means of communication, like means of transportation. We have the Eight of Cups reversed. In the Eight of Cups, this guy is going away from the cups, from the emotions, to the mountains to isolate himself from everything and study or think about stuff, okay, to meditate. But when we reverse it, he's going back to the cups. So I believe that people that probably in different states, we know that things are getting open. People are able now to go and enjoy and go to bars, maybe shows and things like that. And people are going to be taking advantage of that. So they're going to be feeling better because of that. So emotionally, people are going to be feeling better. They're not going to be focused on the restrictions. They're not going to be focused on the economy or what other people think. The main focus of people in general is going to be go back to enjoyment. Okay, so people are going to feel better. So they will, even if their money is not better, they're going to be feeling better and more optimistic with regards to the economy and with regards to everything else. Now, the real estate, like how is housing market going to go? We have the Temperance Upright. Temperance is a major arcana, so it's an important card. It's a card of communication, and it's also a card related to foreign things because it's Sagittarius. So I believe that there may be foreign investment going on here, but there are going to be communications and maybe planning about what to do with the situation of the current market, because as we know, the big companies in the stock exchange are buying houses and selling them. So if the housing market was already getting too expensive, it's getting even worse. So there are conversations going on regarding how to deal with this, because otherwise we're going to be facing an even worse situation than in what we are right now, that what we have right now, and we may be heading towards something similar to 2008. So there are conversations and plans related to that, but no action. I got two additional cards to see what they can tell me further about this, and we got the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Coins, of Pentacles, okay, of Pentacles. So when we have swords and coins, we have to interpret this as being reversed, okay? So even if this card seems that it's positive, the market itself is not going to be very good for most people. I mean, it's going to be good for rich people, but it's not going to be good for normal people. So if you are working in the housing market and you're selling and buying, it's a good moment. If you're a regular person that is fighting to get a house, it's not going to be a good moment, okay? We have the Queen of Swords. Queens think, they plan. Kings are action. Queens are the planning before that. So if it's a company, the queens would be the ones that create the plans, and the kings would be the ones that execute it. So we have here this queen that is reversed. So right now their thoughts are not really organized, and they are not really focused, so they are not being put in place. I mean, they are not happening yet. I mean, they're just thoughts. And then we have this one that is the Eight of what did I say, of coins, which says here prudencia in Spanish, that is, you have to be careful about something. So things are being evaluated, okay, as we see here, but nothing is happening yet, okay? So the market is going to keep on going as it's been going, that is, prices are going to keep on increasing. The next card symbolizes the public schools, okay, public education or education in general. And we have the King of Wands reversed. Kings are action. Wands is employment, or it can also be beginning things or putting things into action. When it's reversed, those things are not put into action properly. This is not news. We know what's happening at schools depending on the state. There are some rules. In some states, they don't want people to have masks. In others, they want them to have it. Some counties are doing one thing, some others are doing another thing, and in the middle, people is in the middle, not knowing exactly what's going on, and being just moved around by political views, not necessarily by medical views, but by political views, okay? And this lack of control, that is what the king symbolizes when he's reversed. His actions are not organized, they are not fruitful, okay? So there is a lot of chaos going on, okay? And that's what this symbolizes, and that's what's going to happen in October. Then the next card is employment, and we have the Three of Wands reversed. The Three of Wands is someone that is working on something and he receives opportunities that he's not even trying to find. So things are coming to you that are positive, whether you want them or not, from a third party. But when it's reversed, these things are not happening. So I asked for 2 additional cards to get more of an explanation, and we got the Princess of Cups, that is the Page of Cups, and this is the Ten of Coins, of Pentacles, okay, which says like wealth, okay, riqueza is wealth. So what do we have here? Employment in general is not going to be going very well for regular people, but it's going to be going very well. Things are going to begin moving forward. Well, not begin, they already were going that way. Wealthy people, and when I say wealthy, I mean extremely rich people, not someone that earns $100,000 per year. I mean people that earn millions and millions of dollars, or hundreds of dollars, or thousands, or even billions of dollars per year. Those people are very happy, while the regular people are not advancing. So the advancements that we are going to see in employment are going to be favorable for the rich. In the next card, we have the Nine of Wands. This is stability, and this card is in the position of relationships with other countries. We've seen that lately the relationships of the United States with other countries has been chaotic, bad. It's been breaking agreements from the past, especially during Trump, but it has continued with the current administration, as we've seen with the agreement that France had with Australia, which they had been working on it for years. And now suddenly they break it with the interference of the United States. And we've also seen the withdrawal from Afghanistan that's been extremely chaotic too. So this month is going to be like control the disaster. Like, let's try to take a little bit of control over the things that have been going on to get stability. So the relationships with other countries this month are going to be stable. But see that this guy, the Nine of Wands, has a bandage on his head. He's been damaged. He's been hurt. He's been hurt in the past because of the fights. He's been successful, but he's been hurt. And he has wounds to show. So these wounds are still there, and the relationships with other countries this month are going to be just trying to heal these wounds and trying to get stability. It's going to be a stable month compared to what we've seen in the past, but countries are not forgetting the wounds inflicted in the past. The next one relates to the stock exchange, and we have the Star reversed. The Star is a good card. It's a card of destiny, and it's a card of whether you like it or not, something is going to happen. When it's reversed, then there is a delay, or things are not happening the way you want them to happen. So I asked for 2 more cards to get additional information, and I got the Fool and this one that is the Nine of Wands. Okay, the Nine of Wands, it says here strength. This one is the Fool. So I believe that even if the stock exchange is not going to be bad, so things are going to improve, but you know what happens with the economy? Like, if a company, for example, expects to increase their profits 7%, and they increase their profits 6%, then wow, it's awful. Look, things are going bad, and then the stock exchange crashes and things like that. So that's what's going to happen. The stock exchange is not going bad, but it's not going as they want it to go. Okay, there are going to be some results that are going to be not what they wanted, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to contribute a little bit to instability, but there's going to be an increase in the money that is earned, but not as much as they want it to be. So by some measures, it may be considered as a bad month, when in fact it's not really a bad month. It may be, they may not reach their goals, but still there is an advancement. Okay. So the next one with the Death card reversed. This is immigration. With the Death card reversed, there is no change. The same thing that's happening that's been happening is going to keep on happening. We have here 2 additional cards: the Knight of Swords and also the Temperance card. Temperance is a card that represents Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a card related to foreign countries. Okay, and we have the Knight of Swords, that is thoughts and politics, and also policies that are trying to be implemented with regards to things foreign, but no changes. So we've seen what's happening with Haiti, for example, with the people from Haiti that are in the border, and the things happening, like how bad it's being handled. There's going to be thoughts about that. There are going to be talks about that. People are going to be saying, oh, we have to solve it, what to do. But eventually, this month, nothing really is going to be done. There's going to be just helpful conversations, but that's it. Conversations, not real action, no changes there. Then, which is pathetic, because what's been happening has been awful. So I've criticized what the Trump administration did with immigration, but we are not going much better right now. Okay, so let's go with the next card. That is the Government card, and it's the Three of Coins. And with the Three of Coins, we have this guy that is working. He's working in this cathedral, and his work is being considered good, and these people like what he's doing. So the government is going to be satisfied with his work, and they may even receive some investments, or people may donate money to them, or they may be getting money from companies, but the government itself is going to be satisfied and happy in spite of everything going on. And when I say government, I'm not just talking about the federal government, I'm talking about state government, legislators, all the powers in states, local policies, and things like that. Like, politicians are happy. They're happy with what they're doing, satisfied with themselves. The next one is social work and social issues. It has to do with NGOs and money dedicated for things that are social, okay? And we have the moon. The moon is a card of obsession, it's a card of instability. We have the word lunatic, that it's basically someone that is crazy. The moon is associated with things that shift and change a lot. And I think that this is related a little bit to the virus thing going on. There is a lot of obsession with regards to what to do with public money and things that money that is going to be addressed to solve social issues, but there is a lot of obsession and not a lot of agreement in this, so there's not really going to be any advancement in this area. Okay. The next card symbolizes tragedies. Well, not tragedies necessarily, like big catastrophes. Things like tornadoes and volcanoes, things like that, okay? Bad things that may be happening this month. And we have the Seven of Cups, which is this guy is trying to decide what to do about all the possibilities, but it's a card of cups. Cups is water. So I think that most of the damage or bad things that may happen this month of October is going to be related to water, flooding. Maybe there could be rain that causes flooding, or maybe there's some hurricane that causes flooding and destruction of properties on the coast. Things like that, things related to water. Okay, that doesn't mean that nothing else is going to happen as far as disasters, but that's the biggest thing. Then while the virus thing is going on, I'm going to get also one card. We got the Ace of Wands, which is no changes. Aces are beginnings of something, the opportunity to do something. Wands is beginnings, is putting things into action, is action, is energy put into action, okay? But it's reversed, so nothing is being done new. So that the same things that have been happening are going to continue happening. We have here the moon again, which I got 2 extra cards for this, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, with the Queen of Wands and the moon, this is fire, this is water, so we have to consider the bad aspect of this. The queens normally plan and kings execute the plans. This queen is reversed, so she's weakened, she's not doing, her planning is not good, or she's not planning at all. She's planning, her plans are bad, or she's just lazy and not doing her job. And then with the moon, we have again instability. We've seen chaos related to how the COVID thing is being taken care of. We've seen places in the United States that are whose policies are basically are causing the death of people because they're not doing anything about that, and they're even opposing in any measure that could stop the spread of the virus. So we've seen on the one hand some places doing restrictions or telling people that they have to wear masks, doing mask mandates at schools, and others doing the opposite. We see places like Alabama right now that have decided that they are going to spend the money from the federal government dedicated to COVID relief. They're going to dedicate it to create prisons because, of course, that's COVID. Do they think that prisoners, that criminals or people in prisons are viruses? I don't know, but this is the disaster that the moon is symbolizing with regards to how the COVID thing is being handled, and this is going to continue during October. Okay, this disaster and this obsession people saying, oh, because the vaccines, they're putting a chip instead of us, and blah blah blah, and I'm becoming magnetic. I don't know, stupid things like that. So this is going to continue. So no changes here. As a summary of the month, we have the King of Wands, of coins, of pentacles. He's reversed. So this king is not doing anything. Or if he's doing anything, he's doing bad things. Kings put things into action. When they are reversed, they don't. They don't put anything into action, or they do it wrong. This is related to material things, money and other material things. So this is lack of organization, things that are being done without in a very bad manner, or they are not being done, or what they do is bad, okay, instead of being good. Then in the cut, we have also a summary of the reading, and we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, because he's reversed. In the upright position, he would be advancing. He has put work into whatever things he wants to accomplish, and now he's expecting the profits. But because he's reversed, he's going back to number one. So instead of going forward, he's going backwards. We have an ace. We've seen that aces are beginnings, new things, opportunities. When they are reversed, the opportunities are not being taken. Like, you don't take these new opportunities, you ignore them, or there are no new opportunities. There are no changes regarding anything. So no advancement. This month is going to be more of the same thing that we've seen. There is not a lot of movement when it comes to jobs, although big companies are going to get richer out of the pathetic state of jobs that they are offering. People are happier because they can go around and drink and meet with their friends, and they're not going to be obsessing about many things because of that. The virus is going to continue doing its thing. The states that have done nothing except for favoring the spread of the virus they're going to continue doing exactly the same thing. So no changes. This month is very flat in most respects. Okay, so this is a reading. I hope you like the way in which I do readings. Not necessarily the results of this reading, but if you like the way in which I do readings and you want to see more, click on the thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. And I hope that you are having a great life, that you're not affected by the virus, that you have money, that you have a job, and a good house. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.